edition of Whiff Talk here on Tuesday night. We had another fantastic evening here at the legendary Pub Park. Lots of activity, lots of home runs, actually a ton of home runs.
A lot of yaks tonight.
A lot of yaks. And we're going to kick this show off. Starting over here, mixing it up a little bit, Alan Williams calling him off guard.
Yeah.
What you think about tonight, man?
I watched the last game because of Onked. I
Yeah.
didn't see the first three. I wasn't in this too much tonight, guys.
Right.
I was not here. So,
Sure. So, all right, moving on to the next guy. Tim, did you watch any of the games tonight?
There were a lot of close games tonight. Really close. The first game was probably the closest
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and
of the night.
we're going to go ahead
And
move
that
it
tells you all
along.
what kind of night it was. I mean, yeah, 1 versus 2, and Off in the Woods wasn't too happy about our little post earlier about 1 versus 2. And
Yeah.
they made an adjustment later on in the fourth game, even though the spread kind of got beat. I was a little disappointed. I mean, we don't bet out here at all. And games 2 and 3, I mean, could have lived up to a little bit more action, but it ended up just being a home run derby on both sides. And
Yeah.
you know, people moving on up. Hey, we got the home run king still.
yeah,
still.
this was like an exhibition.
It was an exhibition. You know, I mean, we're getting
teams
closer to the playoffs. We're making a run.
So-
Sandlot Sluggers has yet to have a bye week,
Doing the math.
and yeah, it's going to be interesting on those lower seeds though, because I mean, Pippin Pilsners did a lot of help for them tonight by winning. Must-win scenario. Game of the week, both teams going into it. Pippin Pilsners still need a little bit of help, but they're in the driver's seat right now.
So,
So the winning teams tonight scored 75 runs.
Oh my God.
Collectively.
Oh my God.
Losing teams tonight scored 10 runs. Let's go ahead and talk about run differential for a little bit.
Jeez.
And that conversation's over.
Big League Crew had a bye week.
so yeah, bye week,
Bye
no
week.
fun.
Wolfer House bye week.
Bye week should be
Bye
illegal,
week.
man.
Right.
It just really sucks it out of you when
Shot
you
through
come
the
out here.
heart.
It does. It's a shot through the heart. You want to come out here and play. You come out here anyway, and you just want to be out.
Winning, drinking beer.
On a swing, man.
Game 2, Outfield Alcoholics showed up, man.
They did.
And they hit a bunch of home runs. Game 3, Pimpin' Pilsner put up 13. I think every one of their guys hit a home run. Dalton Becker showed up. His bat was hot tonight. That was the first time I've seen him hit a couple bombs like that.
He hit one about halfway up the roof tonight,
Yeah.
too. That was an absolute.
That was the first time I saw him get on, you know.
Haley Bohannon.
Not
was
having
good.
a
she got it.
Yeah, they hit one.
Haley.
So
Hell yeah.
only one on Yank D's that hit one. But on Game 3, I want to say something about that. They only made it 3 innings.
Yeah.
And so we had to call it. We had, I think, less than 3 minutes on the clock, but there was no way of coming back. So just need to explain the situation there and what we've kind of talked about.
Yeah, so the score right there. So I was in the field. Joe was behind the plate, and I looked over at the clock, and they had just finished the third inning. The clock was at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, so it's very safe to say that if we'd have started the top half of that inning, there's no way we would have finished that inning and had a chance to start another. Okay, so the score going into that inning was that the home team had 13 runs, the away team had 1 run. Mathematically, there's no way that they could have come back, so that's why we called the game.
No way? Now, hang on. Now,
Not a
now explain this.
darn way.
Explain this rule because I believe it was either the first or second game where we had a scenario where you had the 8-run cap limit, right? But you still had a couple of runners on the bases at
So,
the time.
It actually happened a couple times in the first game.
I think I made a mistake on that.
Explain that one.
So
for us.
the way the rule works is, we cap every inning at 8 runs. Okay. That way we're at a 40-minute time limit. We want to try to keep it moving because there have been situations in the past before we made an inning limit where these games have gone an inning and a half because teams scored 25 runs in an inning. Sometimes it just happens that way. So we cap it at 8 runs, but we do not penalize teams if they have runners on base. So let's say that you're at 7 runs. You've scored 7 runs this inning, and you load the bases, and Joe hits a ball onto the roof, okay? We're not going to penalize that team and just only give them the 1 run. We will allow up to that 4 runs. So it's an inning cap of 8 per inning. However, you can score a max of 11 if you have scored 7 and you have the bases loaded and hit a 4-run grand slam.
But if
Okay?
it's hit on the field, only one run
Yes,
scored.
if it is kept in play, if the ball, like for instance, it happened perfectly today. There was one out.
Yep.
There was bases loaded. Brooks hit a ground ball to me. I touched second and then tried to throw and hit the ball to Brooks. As soon as the run from third scored, Joe called the inning, dead ball. It's done. Eight runs are done. Didn't matter what this ball that came out of my hand did. If it went over the fence or if it bounced around, no runners could advance. The inning is over because the ball was still in play.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought I had made a mistake because the play was still live, and I called it when that
No,
eighth
the
run scored.
only way to extend past the 8 is for a home run. That is it.
Gotcha.
That is it.
Cool. But regardless, a fun night. The wind was whipping out a little bit.
It was.
As you saw, especially in the last game, off in the woods, there was an inning where every one of their players hit a home run, which is awesome.
To back.
Too bad.
Christy go, yeah.
Yeah, Christy
Yeah,
Yards.
all of them went yard.
She went yard.
All the way through.
Hey, so let's talk about this. We're getting closer to the playoff hunt, so let's wrap up the show with a couple of questions. Number one, who is your top candidate for female MVP on Tuesday nights?
Tuesday night.
Top female MVP.
Haley Bohannon is jumping up there with a home run tonight.
I like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my pick right now, who's probably been the most consistent, not just female, is Charlie. Charlie has look. She put together about a 12-pitch at bat against Snead tonight and worked a walk. It was ridiculous. He was throwing everything he had at her, and she was just fouling off. But just even other than that, I mean, that was just a walk. She's been so consistent. She's peppered. I don't think she's going yard yet this year. She's so pissed off about it. But she has peppered this net all season, and then her defensively.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Her and Brooks almost turned 3 double plays tonight. Little heifer.
The whole place just had relationship goals.
Yeah.
They nearly turned a double
It was
play
sick,
on
man.
a
She
hard hit
has
ball.
she has took another step. She is on another planet right
It's
now.
going to be tough to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Female MVP.
For sure.
Taking a look at the bottom tier of the standings, if you take a look at like 5 and 6 spot, and with the Pilsners getting the W tonight, now the race is a little more wide open towards that bottom tier. Big league crew with Laos All-Stars right there in that mix. Who are some surprising teams that we're going to have to follow these next 3 weeks as we wrap up the season?
I'll tell you this: I do not want to see Whipple House also.
Y'all do not have a lot of luck against us.
We do not. I don't
Beat 'em the
know
last
what
two
it
shows.
is
Let's see.
with their crew that they have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we press or what, but
Well,
that's
so
the team we do. We
I'm-
don't-
the last 2
Dude,
seasons,
I'm with you.
we've played them
I'm with you
first
on
game
that.
of the season and
Beat them both times.
beat them both times. But that, I mean, the first game of the season is kind of different too because nobody's been playing in a while. You hadn't hit in a while. You haven't thrown in a while. I don't know where we are in the standings, but we're a 1-loss team and we're 4th. And
So right,
we've got some catching up to do. I'm not gonna be here next week.
Neither will I.
And neither will Matt Thomas, I believe. So we're going to be short-staffed and probably playing all 3 girls for sure. So that's going to handcuff us. I don't know who we're playing next week, but that's going to handcuff us for sure. But I have faith in my teammates to get it done when I'm gone. They're showing up. Blake Nelson, Ryan Hall, Ryan Cummings. They have every bit of the capabilities to hit home runs and get the score up.
Oh,
So.
if they show up pitching wise,
Yeah.
I mean,
So we took our second loss this evening, and we took it on the chin. We had a game to forget, and we came into this week as the 2 seed, and took a pretty demoralizing loss. So the standings are definitely going to have some moving and shaking, and to the point to where we got to be careful going from the 2 seed with 2 weeks left to we'll see what happens once we input everything. But we got off in the woods the last week of the season, so next week for us is pivotal.
dude, and that was a rainout game.
Yeah.
You would have had them with an injured cop.
Yeah.
Now you get a healthy
Yeah,
cop.
now
Jesus.
I had a cop with only 1 groin muscle, and Mother Nature, I ain't mad at you. You're doing damage. But, it's going to be interesting. Getting those guys at full. Did he pitch tonight?
He did.
He did. God.
Left and right.
He threw well both ways.
Hey, so
Yeah,
he was,
healthy.
I will say he was struggling at the plate, until he's turned around and hit 2 bombs left-handed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not doing good on this side. Let's
Yeah.
get the other.
Yeah, he's about the only person that can say that.
Dick.
Right? But all in all, another great night in the books. Tomorrow we got another big night coming up.
Yep. Wednesday. Look,
Wednesday night, man.
Wednesday's got some squads, man, for sure. So, I'm real interested to see how the playoff picture, comes out because we've been building this thing and building this thing and building this thing over the seasons. I think it's very safe to say, and we say it every season, this is definitely going to be the most competitive playoff bracket we've ever had. The teams, the 6 teams that make it on each night, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. Every one of those games.
That's when
cannot wait.
the hustle plays that you'll see when it gets down to playoff time is every
needs more,
little
man.
every little capped ball to the pitcher is a bang bang play at first.
How
You don't-
about Allsup laying out here
Oh,
tonight,
yeah.
trying to make
Oh,
a
yeah.
Joe Sykes play? I still feel it, bitch.
I love it, man. I love the effort. You know, he's
Big sweat.
early in the season, didn't find it. He's starting to get his groove.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, he's starting to feel good.
In the right time. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh yeah.
It's getting hot.
Sandlot Slugger.
Just to give you a preview of next week, all right? Taking a look at 6:30, you got Outfield Alcoholics taking on Big League Crew.
I got that.
2 playoff contenders right there. Off in the Woods versus Sit on My Base. Next game is Yank D's and Wiffle House All Stars. Could get interesting.
Good game
Could
right
get
there.
interesting.
I hate I have to miss that.
And then in the final game,
That's the game of
Who's
the week,
Monster taking on No Glove, No Love? Another
Oh,
playoff matchup, man.
Yep. And
I want to give a little
and I will
bit
not
on
be
next week.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here.
Oh man,
Is any of us gonna be here?
I may not even make it in the game for the South Troy game because it might be over in the second quarter. I plan on getting in the third quarter. My Troy Trojans may win. Getting a little cocky out there.
This guy had to plug
Had to
Troy.
plug.
The tailgate may be too hard.
God.
I don't even know, man. Neil Brown may flex his muscles and call it a day. Like that.
All right. This
And with
this
that,
has
we're
gone
gonna
off the
call the
rails.
show.
Good Lord.
More
Let's
action
get
next
with it,
week.
baby.
Let's get with it.
Hoorah!
My phone!